This podcast is part of the Oddcast Deathwork Podcast Network. Podcast for spooky sort of things like that.
Boys and girls of every age, wouldn't you like to see something strange? Come with us and you will see. This our town of Roleplayweed. This is Roleplayweed. This is Roleplayweed. 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 Roleplayweed.
Stop.
You're getting spooked already.
Yeah. Stop.
Because it's the spooky roleplay Halloween special.
Is that the official name for this episode?
It is now.
Yeah, bloody is the spooky specials Halloween special of the Roleplay Podcast special Halloweens. Welcome to this week's episode of Roleplay Podcast. And
how about the roleplay Halloween special episode of the Roleplay Podcast?
Bonanza.
Yeah, Bonanza.
This is going to be a super scary episode because we've super scary sketches and segments to be doing, and you've already heard some of that.
Don't show this to your kids because it's going to be pretty scary. I mean, probably don't show any of the episodes to your kids, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cum talk.
A lot of cum talk. Probably too much, and we probably should maybe get a handle on that.
Yeah. Well, considering the sketches that we have planned, I think we'll get a handle on it from next week.
Yeah. Because I think we've kind of blown our load a little bit in terms of.
I see what
you having a bit of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is Halloween week. A great week. Simon, I kind of wanted to ask you, how did you celebrate Halloween when you were younger? I think we probably had different Halloweens.
Okay, that feels like a loaded question. Blow your loaded question, just to circle back to what you said a moment ago.
Circle jerk back.
Oh, that's also good.
Okay. It was not a loaded question. It is probably a loaded question. Go on, answer my question.
Well, trick-or-treating. I used to trick-or-treat as a child. Oh, sorry, they didn't trick-or-treat on the Navan Road.
No, we used to burn down like Garda cars and stuff.
Ryan lives in
burn down
Garda cars.
Yeah, we used to burn down Garda cars. Somebody trying to burn them
all the way down.
Yeah, we used
from
to
the top to the bottom.
No, we never did that. But trick-or-treating, yeah.
Trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
Dress up, go out, trick-or-treat.
Did you ever go collecting? Did you ever go collecting wood for a bonfire?
Yeah.
We used to collect wood and burn down Garda cars.
Yeah.
See, I used to, like, when I was younger, I used to go collecting like wood for bonfires, and that was the thing that we did in our estate. Was this big, huge bonfire in the
You're like, you've sat in a way that I really reflects the way you're talking now.
Yes, lads.
Ryan is slumped in the seat like a badass.
No,
like a G.
I tell you what, I just feel comfortable here. I feel at home when I come over to your house and record this podcast.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm chilling like this. Is it a bit disrespectful?
It's a bit spooky.
Yeah, it is a bit spooky.
It's a little bit spooky. I'm a little more afraid of you now.
Yeah.
You know.
And when I talk about like burning Garda cars down, that probably scares you as well.
A little bit, yeah, because I think that's, a little irresponsible and it's destroying public property.
Yeah. And people went to jail for that.
And at the end of the day, they're just doing their best.
Yeah, they are.
mean?
They are. But we would. I don't want to incriminate myself.
You already have. We used to take firewood and we used to store it in the bushes near my house, and we'd take that out on Halloween night. But the thing about it is, we'd burn it before Halloween, so that we would have very little left for Halloween night. Why? What's the reason?
We were just excited to like light fires and stuff.
Okay.
And and then lads, like, we used to like have bangers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had those.
Yeah, they were
scared of them.
I was really scared of them.
Yeah.
To be honest, I was a little baby. All the other lads were doing all the scary stuff like burning Garda cars down, and I was just like tagging along and probably just like being an accessory to the fact. But
yeah, I did go to a bonfire once. Sorry, I actually did.
Where in?
As a teenager, it was in a little sort of kind of a wooded area.
Yeah,
makes sense, I suppose. Actually, it seems a bit dangerous in hindsight because the trees might go on fire.
This
and
is
all
true.
the Garda cars that were around the place.
This is
could
true.
Also have caught a flame.
I'm just thinking there, actually, Simon. Myself and yourself did a live podcast around Halloween a few years back,
for a different podcast, which I won't mention by name. It was a different podcast that I was part of. But do you remember that was the first live show we did? That was a Halloween.
Yeah,
we had Justine Stafford.
We did
on as a guest, yourself and Justine Stafford, and these were brilliant.
Yeah. And Podge was there too. You can name Podge Henry.
Thank God, Podge Henry, who listens to this podcast, definitely.
Yeah. Who I love. He's great, but I don't want your previous podcast.
It was called the Ryan and Podcast, which is a very...
I'll edit that out, don't you worry. That'll be beeped out.
Okay, fair enough. I think those episodes are still up on Spotify if you want to go back and listen to them. But
or don't.
Simon, you were on it like 5 times.
Well, yeah, listen to those ones.
Listen to those
ones are pretty good, actually, if memory serves.
But I remember Justine was telling us, didn't she talk about where she used to live in Nobber in County Meath, that they used to steal gates or something around Halloween?
Yeah, something like that. Again, that's just a little...
What is the point of that?
Show a bit of respect, you know what I mean?
One thing about it is that seems like a bit of crack, but it is a gateway to other crimes, you know?
Yeah. You're doing great on all those little puns today, and I can't think of any.
In fairness, right, the gateway one I said on stage that day, and I got a standing ovation for saying it, which is not even that good a pun.
No, it works in this kind of setting of a sort of a quick back and forth. But let me tell you, you better lock up your daughters.
All right,
because Halloween.
Because it's another gate pun, is it?
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah. No, I like it. I love the actual. You actually looked annoyed there when I said that pun. You're like,
yeah.
You're like, wait, give me like.
I didn't want you to do one. Yeah, because I didn't have one.
But like, you just have to. I'm kind of operating at a level.
Don't put up these walls.
Yeah,
between us.
I'm not. I feel like you are, because I keep saying puns, and now you're trying to.
I guess I better open the gate.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Look, we'll move on to something else. Maybe we can.
We'll move on to something else.
Yeah.
Let's talk about spooky things.
Okay.
What's spooky?
Paying your bloody taxes.
Oh, stop.
That's a bloody tax season. That's the bloody spooky season.
That's about as spooky as it gets. I'll tell you what else is spooky. I'll tell you something super spooky. There's nothing spookier than when you make a video and then somebody else makes that video.
Oh.
And then the media company that your podcast co-host works for posts that person's video and not your own. Wouldn't that be a spooky thing to happen?
Well, has that happened a lot to you, where people have kind of stole your content or your ideas?
Do you know what? It actually hasn't. And in a way, it's happened once or twice, but there are other people who it happens to a lot.
Yeah.
So I've been pretty lucky in that I haven't had.
And a lot of the time I find that the people or the creators or whatever that do this, they usually have huge accounts, and they're taking content from much smaller accounts. Not so much in your case, I suppose. You have a pretty big footprint online, but I feel typically that happens because more eyeballs are seeing the bigger creator, so they get away with it than when they initially saw it when it was initially posted by the original poster.
It's cheeky.
Do you know it is cheeky, and it's spooky.
It is spooky. It's frightening. Yeah. It's Halloweeny for sure. So I suppose a fitting time for it to happen. But you know what? I don't care, man.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Do you want to go into what you said? Or you're just going to leave it kind of a vague?
I'm just gonna. No, I'm taking the high road.
Yeah, you're just gonna, by doing it in a really passive aggressive way.
Yeah. I mean, I did bring it up. Yeah. So I am petty enough to have mentioned it, but I'm not gonna.
No.
I'm not gonna dignify the situation. I will say this though, because when this happens, first of all, it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? People are gonna take your videos. That's just the way the internet works.
Especially when they're fucking genius ideas, like
especially when they're incredible, wonderful videos, and the social media platforms aren't going to police it. The person themselves, they're not going to give you credit. I mean, why would they? A bank robber doesn't tell the shop where they're spending the money where they robbed it from, and you don't want to yourself be like calling them out, being like, "Oh, that's my video."
Yeah, you do feel like a bit of a dweeb, don't you?
You do feel a bit dweebish, a bit nebbish, kind of doing something like that. So, you want to just take a backseat. But the one thing you hope when this happens, the one little hope you have is that, my followers will come to the rescue here. They'll police the situation.
Your diehard following.
My diehard followers are going to be rinsing this person in the comments. They are going to tear them a new one. So when I saw this happen, I was like, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to post anything. I will mention it on my podcast, obviously, but not on social media. But I went to the comments under the video, just quietly hopeful that this person would be getting their just desserts.
And?
Nothing.
Not a one.
Fucking nothing.
Do you want me to comment on it?
I mean, if that feels right to you.
Is it still up? Of course it's still up.
Of course.
Because as you said that it was reposted by the media company that I work for.
Yeah.
Yeah, on their page.
By the Ryan and Podcast.
Which
your first post in like 4 years.
Was it repost of the sketch that was stolen from you?
Yes.
I was going to ask you something there. You mentioned there your fan base, like your diehard followers who were apparently silent on this huge issue. What do you like have a name for your fan base, for your followers? You know, the way you'd have Swifties or whatever.
Do I have a name?
Because you've thousands of followers and fans. Like, would you even like? Oh, these are my Hennis.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, like Swifties.
My
Simon.
Simon.
They're all men.
Yeah.
I don't.
Or Women. It could be Women.
No.
No
way.
No, your content isn't really kind of focused towards it.
Yeah, I'm pretty male specific.
Yeah.
You know, Sigma grind set.
Yeah. People are always
balls, that kind of thing.
Bald. That's my kind of.
That's yours. Yeah. But I know you have one. It's a good one.
Oh, I don't. But when people are coming up to me and asking me like, Ryan, like we're obsessed with you. We would go into battle for you.
Yeah.
We have your back. We love you. We love you. We worship you. You're amazing.
I haven't heard anyone say that. I'm with you quite a bit.
So they would say that, and then they'd say, "But look, we can't fully, put ourselves into this. I suppose they use the word cult, without a name for us, without a name for your followers or whatever, in the way you've Simon or Taylor Swift with Swifties. Mm-hmm. So now I have an answer for that question. Like what do I call them? They're my characters.
Nice. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, that build-up was worth that, wasn't it?
It was. It's great. Or should I say it's gate?
It is.
So, boom.
God, there you go.
There's a nice backhand return.
Nice fucking
stick that on your fucking bonfire, Derek. And stick that in your burning Garda car.
Those Garda cars are getting burned down.
Yes.
Well, look. Welcome to the Halloween special bonanza roleplay. We are going to do a couple of characters now, and I'm up first.
You are up first. This is a role-playing podcast where we play roles, spooky roles. We're both going to play a couple of roles, and you are going to play your role first. But before we get there, how about a frightening word from the spooky sponsor of today's episode?
Ooh. Feeling lonely and horny beyond the grave? Have you been ghosted one too many times, but in a more literal sense?
Then float on over to Boo Thang, the dating app made by ghosts for ghosts.
Whether you're a headless romantic or you've simply been cursed to wander the halls of a big fuck-off castle all alone for eternity, Boo Thang helps you connect with other restless spirits in your area or dimensional plane.
So stop moaning alone in the dark and start exchanging ectoplasm with your perfect match today, because love is eternal, and so are you.
Get your hole with Boo Thang.
Ectoplasm is sort of like ghost cum. Welcome back to Roleplay. Today we are joined by a very special guest, Mr. Casper O'Nama, who has something of a sad story in some ways, because he finds himself all alone in a lot of different respects, because he is the resident of a ghost estate. Casper, Mr. O'Nama, thank you for joining us.
O'Nama, what's my name? It's Casper O'Nama.
Like Rihanna.
Yes. I don't know what you mean, but so I live in one of Ireland's least finished housing developments just outside Ballybanshee in Leitrim. But it's also, I don't know if you mentioned there in the
in the intro, it's also one of Ireland's most haunted housing developments in the country. You know,
haunted by the memories of the dreams of people who might have lived there. You mean?
Absolutely, and haunted by the memories of the Celtic Tiger, a very prosperous time for this nation, but not so much after that particular period. With due to a massive surplus of housing, combined with the late 2000s recession, you were left with a number over 600 ghost estates, unfinished housing developments. But this one, the one that I live in, also happens to be riddled with actual ghosts as well. So it's kind of a double meaning there,
Sorry, just to clarify, when you say riddled with actual ghosts, you mean...
I mean, souls or spirits that have yet to pass the thin veil that separates our world from the next, kind of thing.
Wow, okay. Interesting, because, a lot of our listeners, and indeed myself, would have thought that ghosts, aren't actually real and only exist in sort of the minds of children or film and television. But you're saying that your estate, your ghost estate, is quite literally a ghost estate because it has the souls of the undead patrolling, marching, living in the otherwise abandoned houses.
I'm sorry, that there's no patrolling or there's no marching. These are souls and spirits and ghouls and ghosts that happen to stay here on this kind of dimensional plane, this real world existence, but they have just yet to kind of pass on to I suppose their final resting place due to unfinished business. They
unpaid rent, maybe
unpaid rent. Well, I tell you what, that's one thing. That's one reason why I continue to live there, is because the rent is so low compared to a lot of my family have moved to Dublin or Galway, but I've kind of stayed in this coast state because the rent is so low.
Okay, so not patrolling, but floating,
or there would be a lot of
floating.
Could be a lot of floating for sure. But so I you didn't ask me what I pay in rent.
Yeah, I shudder to ask, Casper. A shiver runs down my spine when I think of the sort of rates that.
I pay in souls. So my rent, my landlord. Now landlords can be quite ghoulish at the best of times.
A bunch of demons.
Yeah. At the best of times, but mine is actually a demon and a ghoul. So the only thing cash or money in general, it means cryptocurrency, nothing. It means nothing to him. Yeah. Okay, so you can't pay.
Not many people pay their rent in cryptocurrency.
No, but
crypt currency in your case.
Yes, very good, accurate. Very good. But I do have to pay this man in souls. So I will acquire the souls of innocent people who happen to usually walk by the ghost estate, and I kind of lure them in. I'll say, "Come on in, lads. I have something in here for you. Take a look at this." And I'll show them something, and then I will actually take their soul, and then I will pass it on to the landlord. Now, I don't really deal with the landlord face to face myself much, very often at all now, but there's kind of a middleman
And just to clarify, that middleman is
as
alive?
As a ghost. Yeah, he's dead. Okay. He's dead. He died in very, very grim and gruesome fashion, really, yeah.
Yikes. Yeah. Bitch, I'm a ghost. You remember that?
No. But I'm sorry if I smell of damp.
You do, There's a bit of a scent coming off you. I didn't want to be rude and bring it up straight off the bat, but it is.
Well, the walls have kind of been perpetually wet since 2009 because there's they're just constantly, there's no windows, I suppose, and it's a horrible place. Like,
yeah, it sounds pretty grim.
Yeah,
it sounds like a tough existence that you face out there, Casper, but perhaps there are shreds of comfort to be found in your ghost estate.
Absolutely. People hear ghost estates and think like, this place must be deserted, abandoned, empty, but there's always something happening,
Things aren't quite so grave as they might seem.
I have no idea what you mean by that, but I would socialize a lot with these ghosts. They've stories to tell, because a lot of them they died around 2008, 2009, which must be about 50, 60 years ago now. So I feel like they have stories to tell that and lots to learn from them. And I'm technically the Residents Association president, so I would deal with them a lot in a kind of a physical, an official capacity, not a physical capacity, because
no one's dealing with them in a physical.
No, because they are transparent.
Okay, yeah.
As am I as president of the Residents Association, but they are transparent in a very literal sense. You can see right through them. It's quite upsetting.
I can imagine, that being a bit disconcerting. But I'm glad to hear that you have this social role in the community as the Resident Association president, and that there are others around you. And if I may be so bold, Casper, could I ask, you've talked about your role in a social setting, but could I ask about your love life? Why don't you tell us a little bit about, whether there's anyone who's caught your eye, living or dead, in the ghost estate, with whom you might have struck up a bit of an eternal connection.
Yeah. Well, look, as I mentioned, there's lots of kind of ghosts knocking about this particular estate, both male and female, and I would have an inclination towards the kind of female ghost myself. Don't no judgment to anyone who would go for a kind of a lad ghost. Each to their own. Love is love, whether it's a person who's alive or dead. I personally prefer to go with, I like someone with a bit of spirit. Someone who doesn't take themselves too seriously. Someone with a physical body, typically. But I've had my fair share of, I suppose, bodiless partners.
And how might that work? Just and if I'm prying too much, Casper, please shut me down.
No. It's a very good question. How does that work? Well, I tell you what. I'll tell you a story. Recently enough, I had this young one. Well, she was a young one when she died. She was. This is about 200 years ago. But I let her inside me. I did. Yeah, I don't know if I can say that on this show, but I let her.
But you're gonna have to elaborate.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about her that I was a bit. I was willing to, explore a bit more, and I let her inside me. She was an absolute demon. She was an absolute demon. Yeah, no, she was. No, she was
a devil in the sack.
She was very much a devil in the sack, and she was an actual demon, and she was inside me and possessed me. In that sense, yeah, she was like in my body, and I had no control over what I was doing, and I hurt a lot of people during that particular period, and may have killed a few, but it's very hazy in my mind. But God, Jesus, she did end up ghosting me after that, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, it sounds like it was worth it, because terrifying, but a little kinky.
It was.
Sounds
it
like
was
a bit of a
fucking
sexorcism. A sexorcism. If
yeah,
you will.
in a way, yes.
Exorcisor thing.
Well, there was a lot of that, absolutely, but also I miss her so much. So I don't know if she listens to this show, but if she happens to listen to it, I would just say, give me a shout. Like, I don't mind being possessed by you, and I will go on another massacre, and I will do whatever you want me to do. Just please get back inside me.
Okay, well,
I fucking love it. Like,
yeah, a little creepy and maybe a little forward, but maybe creepy works with,
for the day that's in it.
For the day that is in it. So if you're listening, what's your lovely ghost lady's name?
Grace. Yeah.
Graves.
No,
almost.
No. Give me a second now to come up with a funny name.
Take your time.
Her name is. So if you're listening
you're clearing your throat there, Casper, or is that?
No, that's her name.
Okay. Well, if you're listening to this,
very close.
Okay, let me try again.
Yes, brilliant.
If you're listening to that, please get back in touch with Casper. He misses you, and he would like you inside him.
Please,
again.
Please get inside me.
Okay, please get inside.
I can't stress this enough. Get inside me. I will do anything you want me to do.
There you go. You heard it here first. Casper O'Nama, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you, everybody who's been listening, whether that includes or not. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Welcome back to Roleplay, and a happy Halloween to you. Today I'm joined by a vampire who has in recent years undertaken a massive fitness journey and transformed his body from a typical skinny, kind of pale, haunting look to what can only be described as huge, muscular, and jacked. It's Count Jackedula.
What's up, bro? Thanks for having me. I am indeed Count Jackedula, which is like Dracula, but jacked because, I'm jacked.
You are, yeah. I did.
am hench.
You're a big buff guy. You are
a big, strong vampire.
You could call it almost like big Buffy the vampire.
Well, Buffy was a vampire slayer, so I would prefer not to talk about those. But good luck slaying me when I've got my pump on, because I'm large and in charge.
Yes, for sure. I'll tell you what, Van Helsing can get fucked.
Van Helsing doesn't stand a chance coming up against these iron pecs, these monstrous biceps. To kill a vampire, you put a stake through the heart, but good luck getting that stake through my defined muscular chest in the first place.
Yeah, it's a big chest.
Yeah,
you'd have trouble.
Jacked.
You were jacked.
Count Jackedula.
Oh, I get it as in Dracula, but jacked.
Yeah.
Is that your real name?
Real talk. Yeah.
Oh, kind of gym talk. So you've spent a lot of time in the gymnasium, and that. So tell me about what was your body type before this journey that you went on?
I, for many, many thousands of years, was a puny little pipsqueak, a tiny little flea of a vampire.
A little baby, a little stupid baby.
A little stupid baby. I was pushed around when I went out to catch people, to drain their blood. They would be able to fight me off. I was useless in that respect. So I said to myself, I looked myself in the mirror and I said, Count Jackedula, which was a name that at that point in time made very little sense.
Because this is thousands of years ago.
This was thousands of years before my fitness journey.
Well, jacked is a kind of more recent term.
I suppose, yes. Yeah. Maybe it meant something different back then. I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, Count Jackedula, time to make a change, bro. So what did I do? I hired myself a personal trainer, Chet, from Melbourne.
Melbourne?
Yeah, he's a big, strong Australian man. And he put me on a training regime, got me working hard. He said that I was not getting nearly enough protein, mostly iron.
From the blood?
From the blood. He said we need to focus on your protein intake. Get you training harder, lifting heavier weights. So I followed his 12-step, 12-decade program, and look at me now. I'm huge.
No days off.
Team no nights off.
Team no nights off, of course, because you being a vampire, I suppose that's still some part of your routine. You wouldn't be able
to train in the night.
Because during the day you wouldn't be able to go out in the sun.
Yes.
For fear that you would, I don't know, evaporate or be vaporized or something.
Yeah, something like that. Whatever it is that happens to vampires in the day.
Well, hopefully you don't find out soon enough.
But honestly, bro, I am now so jacked that I think even the awesome power of the sun would struggle against my huge vampiric muscles.
So just to be clear, you're saying that you've put on so much muscle that you
tacked on mass
that you think that the sun would be useless against you.
Let me tell you, the sun would catch a cold from my shade. He'd be the one coughing.
Yes, and
because I live in a coffin.
So
I'm turning it around on the sun, bro.
So, okay, so tell me this: what about other kind of, other kind of, I suppose, things that you'd be weak to or vulnerable to, maybe prior to your journey, like garlic, or how would that affect you now?
Yeah, I'm still not a fan of garlic. You know,
it's funny, is it?
Still difficult for me, the garlic, but you know, I'll have a talk with Chet and see if there's any particular exercises that can build up a bit of an ability to handle a garlic.
Okay, and tell me this: what about like supplements that you use? A lot of people use creatine and protein and stuff like that. You mentioned protein. Are there any other supplements? And how have you kind of incorporated that into your training regime?
Yeah, good question, bro. Real talk. So normal supplements like that are oftentimes no good for a vampire. They are more designed for the human body. So I have to get my own special supplements that I order off the dark web. You mentioned creatine. For me, I am using screamatine.
Oh, screamatine. Yeah.
Screamatine.
Is that a brand?
It's not a brand. It's a lifestyle. That's what it says on the bag. But yeah, it is a brand. I also, something that you puny humans use is steroids.
Yes. Yeah.
Not me, bro. I use scaroids.
Oh, as in scare, like scare. That's
It's
another
not a brand. It's a lifestyle.
Okay, but are they like is it anabolic steroids?
Yeah, anabolic steroids. Other types of steroids too. I use them all. I love them. I pop them like you might pop candy.
Candy at Halloween, which it is.
Yeah.
Halloween,
When you trick or treat. Yeah, but I prefer to lift and eat.
Yes.
Yeah, because
blood.
Yeah. Drink really would be
You
more
would,
accurate.
yeah.
So supplements are like that. I also try and align my diet with more specific regimes. The keto diet.
Yeah.
Bleedo.
Yeah. Bleed for blood and bleed. Yeah.
It's not a diet. It's
a lifestyle. Or an afterlife style.
That's good.
Yeah, you can jot that one down.
I will send that to the makers of Screamatine and steroids and the Bleedo. Not diet after lifestyle.
Yes, and they're not the same. They're not owned by the same people. They're different companies.
I think maybe secretly it's Chet.
Chet is.
I think Chet might be the one.
He might have
because he's always the one sorting it out for me, and the packaging for all is pretty similar.
Yeah.
And
are you sure that it's not just creatine, steroids, and keto? But he's changed the packaging, maybe?
It's not just creatine, steroids, and keto. It's an after lifestyle.
Yes, okay. Well, look, I suppose going forward, if a vampire was starting this journey, would you have any advice for any vampires who are looking to achieve a kind of similar outcome from their journey?
Totally, bro. Totally. So, what I would say to them, super important to find a 24-hour gym because, in the winter it's not so much of a problem because the nights are long, but in the summer it can be very difficult for me to go to a gym because it's still bright outside.
Yeah.
So I am...
Obviously, these vampires starting off, I should say, they wouldn't have that kind of... They wouldn't be able to fight off the rays of the sun while you have with your huge muscles.
Honestly, I was kind of big talking earlier. I'm still terrified of the sun, so I would still aim for the night time.
No, fair enough.
24-hour gym. Of course, the problem sometimes is you go to the 24-hour gym, there's only one other person there, and you think, a tasty midnight snack.
Yeah.
Before you know it, you've drank their blood, and then you're no longer welcome. Your membership is revoked, so you need to find a new one. So just try not to be draining the blood while you are there in the gym. Focus on your workouts. And
maybe feast on someone's blood before going to the gym.
Before carb blood load. And don't kill your personal trainer and drain their blood.
Is that what happened to Chet?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Chet's dead.
Chet's dead. I just couldn't resist. He looked too tasty at our last training session.
Where are you gonna get your supplements from going forward?
I hadn't thought about that, bro, but maybe Jed had a friend in Melbourne who can sort me out with not supplements, because it's not a supplement.
It's an after lifestyle. Well, look, Count Jackedula, thank you so much for chatting to me today. I wish you best of luck on your continuing of your journey or whatever it is you're doing.
Thanks, bro.
Okay, right. Happy Halloween.
Goodbye. Spooky stuff.
Very scary.
Very spooky.
But also very jacked.
So jacked. Well, Count Jackedula was hench. Oh, I just dropped the dice behind you.
Oh, the dice.
Yeah. Or did I? It was a ghost.
What was my one?
Casper O'Nama.
Oh, Casper
O'Nama's love life is it's hot.
Yeah, it is sexy.
Well, it's cold in a literal sense.
Yeah, very, very cold. But there's something hot about that, to be honest.
He was possessed in like a sexual way.
And he loved it. And he didn't even care that he killed lots of people.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with having a sexy lady up inside you, whether she's alive or dead.
Yeah, look, she's a little demon, like, as he said.
Yeah.
So,
to all those prudes out there who, have these rules about the bedroom.
I won't let this evil creature, this evil undead creature possess me. Fucking get over it. Like, experiment.
Basically, what we're saying is let your partner put their finger in your bum.
No, I'm not talking about that at all. You said finger and bum.
It came up.
I meant ghost.
It came up.
I meant like ghost in body.
Too. Yeah, me too.
Oh yeah.
I think we're saying the same thing.
Okay. Well, on that note, I think it's time to do the dice roll for the final segment.
Let me get my finger out of your bum and onto the dice, and we'll. Oh,
there we go. Spooky.
Okay, guys, this is how it works. You have sent us your spooky sketch scenarios. We've chosen the 6 scariest, and we've matched them to a haunted dice.
Yeah.
And now we're going to give it a demonic roll.
Yeah.
And
Halloween.
Yeah, it's all very Halloweeny. And
it's roleplay ween.
Roleplay ween.
Yeah.
Roleplay ween. This
is roleplay ween.
And whatever it lands on, whatever number it lands on, the sketch that's corresponded to that is the sketch that we are going to do. All right, let's roll.
Roll.
One.
What is one? Irish lad brings American cousin to a haunted house.
Ooh. It's spooky.
But fun and nice to spend time with your cousins.
Yeah, and multicultural.
Yeah.
Americans, they don't get enough of a representation in modern media. So good to see them kind of brought into the mix.
And we're happy to do it. We're happy to give them that representation.
Yeah, and if someone's finger ends up in someone else's bum,
too long have they spent in the shadows.
Too long have they spent in the shadows.
And there'll probably be some shadows in this bloody haunted house.
Oh, well, why don't we dive in and find out?
Oh. Halloween.
Halloween.
Right, it's just true here, yeah, and then we're in there and we can have crack together, okay?
Graham.
Yes, my name is. You don't have to keep saying my name.
Cousin Graham.
You could just say Graham. You don't have to keep saying Graham.
From Ireland.
Yes, I know. I'm your Irish cousin, and your name is Nib. I don't even know why. Yeah, I don't know why your name is Nib. Like,
it's an American name.
It's not. It's not an American name.
It's a popular name in Wyoming.
Wyoming. That's where you're from.
That's where I'm from.
All right. Well, so that's what they call children in Wyoming. They call them Nib.
Some of them.
They called you Nib.
Little Nib. Yeah.
Both your parents are from Dublin.
Graham.
Okay. Right.
Where are we going?
We're going into this gaff here. Right. I've heard that it's haunted, and look, it being Halloween night, that's ideal.
What? You did not tell me that we were sneaking out to go to a haunted house.
Well, look, my mom said that I had to bring you with me. So, like, and this is what I want to do. This is what I was going to do. I do usually have friends that I hang out with, right? But tonight they're off doing something
on Halloween.
Yeah, they're at home or something. They're eating their sweets now.
They're
which is
eating their sweets at home.
Yeah, that's candy to you, like.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, right.
I don't really believe that, but that's beside the point, Graham. You know what my dad is like.
What?
You know how strict he is. If he finds out that we snuck out on Halloween night to go to a freaking haunted house,
Yeah.
let me tell you what's gonna happen
What?
to me. My dad is going to eat my ass right up.
Well, that's a very strange turn of phrase to be used. Like, he's gonna.
That's what we say in Wyoming.
Why did? But your dad's gonna eat your ass. Like,
Can we just?
do you mean like he's gonna be annoyed? Like,
I said what I said, and I mean what I mean. Can we just turn back?
Yeah. No, come here. Look, we're going in here, right? And I'm gonna be honest with you. I have a little bit of a surprise for you.
Another surprise?
Yeah.
The only surprise that I have to look forward to is when my dad finds out about this, him chomping on my butt.
Okay. You keep mentioning. That's the second time you mentioned that now as a form of punishment from your dad. It is just it's just a metaphor for him. Like, he's gonna be angry at you. He's gonna.
Let's just get this over and done with.
Okay, right. Well, look, this is the surprise, right? I got this from my attic. It's a Ouija board.
A Ouija board?
Yeah, do they have Ouija boards in Wyoming?
I mean, one or two, but I've never seen one. My dad would never let me look at something like that.
Okay, well, your dad's not here, like.
I know he's not here, but if he found out, my romp would be in his tum after he'd gobbled it up.
He's like, also another way of saying that he's going to eat your ass. Like. He's going to be like really annoyed. Well, just don't tell him. You don't have to tell him that you're doing the Ouija board. I just thought that I've heard this place is haunted, and it's a perfect opportunity for us to take this Ouija board out and try to communicate with those who are in the afterlife.
Oh, Graham.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What, Nib? What is wrong? Just like what you wanted to have fun on Halloween night. This is a perfect thing to do.
I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So stop talking about your dad. Stop talking about your ass. Stop talking about your rump being in his tum. I don't want to hear that. All right. So let's start with the Ouija board. Okay. Right. I think this is I've never done it before, but we're gonna figure this out together. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
Just trying to block out the images of my dad reaching into the cutlery drawer, grabbing a knife and fork, and slapping my bummy on his plate, but I'm wiping those from my mind and trying to focus on this.
I'm begging you to wipe them from your mind. I am.
Okay.
I don't even think they're real turns of phrases that people use in America. I think that's something
in Wyoming.
In Wyoming, but even in Wyoming, I think this is very particular to you and it's very specific to the way you operate and the way I'm just. Anyway, look, I'm gonna just start with this, right? So, okay. Is there anyone who wants to communicate with us?
Hopefully not my dad.
What? Why do you keep mentioning your dad?
Nothing. Just let's get back to the.
Your dad's at home in Wyoming.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, you're safe.
Thank God. He's got long teeth, but they can't reach this far to nibble on my behind.
Is that why your name is Nib?
Let's get back to the Ouija board.
Okay. Is there anyone here who wants to communicate with us? Oh, yes!
Oh my God!
Oh my God! That is nuts! What? Oh, you moved that there?
I didn't. I did not. I thought you moved it.
No, I didn't move that. Oh, God. I'm getting a bit freaked here.
Too. What do we do next?
Okay. Okay. I don't know. Will I just say what do you want to say? Like,
I guess. Yeah.
Okay. What do you want to say? Why?
It's starting to spell something out. Why?
O. U. L. E. F. T. I. M. M. E. Or. S. I. O. N. O. N.
What does that spell out?
You left immersion on?
You left immersion on? As a boy from Wyoming, I don't know what that means.
Oh my God. I think I did leave the immersion on.
Oh no.
Fuck. That's the scariest thing I've ever heard.
That is really, really spooky.
Wait a second. This Ouija board was made by FM 104.
Oh no. I don't know what that means either, but I'm guessing it's a sort of maybe a radio station?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, maybe my dad's gonna eat my ass now.
So you do say it.
No, we
in
don't.
Ireland.
I'm just because you keep saying it about your dad who's at home in Wyoming, Nib. All right.
Let me tell you, we don't have immersion in Wyoming, but when my dad finds out what we've been doing here, he is going to immerse himself deep, deep, deep into the crevice of my butt and eat it from the inside out.
Nib, that's such a weird thing to say. That's a really weird way of putting it. Why do you keep going back to that? It's making me feel upset.
It's like a Wyomingism.
But you can see why that Wyomingism.
Yeah.
You can see why I'd be upset by the things that you're saying about your dad, though.
I think you're mostly upset by the fact that you left the immersion on.
I'm upset about that, and I'm in deep trouble, and I don't understand why the whatever ghost here knows about that, and why that would be the message that they want to give to us. But I do appreciate you letting me know.
Yeah.
To whoever that was.
I hope you don't get in trouble for it. Maybe your Irish mammy will eat your ass.
With a wooden spoon.
With a wooden spoon.
Yeah.
Scoop your butt right out into her mouth.
And I've also chicken fillet roll. All right, so that's so freaky. But do you want to ask you a question?
I guess I better. Is there anybody there? It said yes.
Yes.
It said yes. Oh.
You moved at that time.
I didn't. I swear.
Okay.
Okay. I guess I better ask the same question, right?
Yeah. Right.
Do you have anything to say to me? It's moving.
What's the spelling? Here, you're doing this.
Okay. I'm not. Sorry, I thought you meant you're asking the questions, which I am, but I'm not moving the letter.
Okay, you're not moving the little thing.
I swear I'm not moving the little thing.
Okay, right.
But
go
look,
on.
it is moving. What's it saying? IWLEATYOURAS.
Oh no! What does that spell? What's it spell out?
I will eat your ass.
Oh no!
It's my dad. He's
From Wyoming.
He's
No.
coming through the Ouija board. He's
coming through the Ouija.
Aww.
Look, that's the last time I ever bring my Irish cousin Nib to a haunted house.
Yeah, Nib was. I mean, I suppose they say that kind of thing in Wyoming.
They would, yeah. Like
that's kind of a Wyoming.
I don't know. I still don't know what it means, but it's it is a Wyomingism, and it's something they've said for many, many years. So
who are we to judge what people say in different places? You know what I mean? There's probably things we say that they would think is strange.
Yeah.
So maybe eating ass means something completely different.
I think it means like just you'll be in trouble.
You're in trouble.
Yeah. So. Okay. And anyone who thought that was weird, actually, like it's what they say in Wyoming.
Yeah.
So leave it out.
And if you thought it was weird, maybe you should spend less time thinking about whether the things they say in Wyoming are weird and more time checking immersion, because maybe you left immersion on.
I think you left immersion on.
I'm pretty sure.
So maybe that's something you should check.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did leave immersion on.
Well, that's all for our Halloween episode of Roleplay.
Yeah, I hope you guys liked it. Pretty spooky stuff.
It was scary. I was scared for my life the whole way, the entirety of the podcast.
Let me tell you, I thought you were going to eat my ass at one point.
And look, when the bloody microphones are turned off, maybe I will.
Let's not rule it out.
All right.
Let's not rule it out.
Thank you so much for listening. If you want to rate the podcast, you can on Spotify or wherever you get the podcast. Mm-hmm. Give the pages a follow on TikTok and Instagram at The Roleplay Pod.
Both, yes. And if you have any sketch ideas, spooky or not, that you would like to hear from us, send them in to us at Instagram at The Roleplay Pod, as we said, or email theroleplaypod@gmail.com. And if we like them, we just might put them on the dice and roll them.
That's the whole point of this podcast. If you don't understand that by now, then there's something wrong.
Yeah.
We've really tried to communicate that.
We've explained it a lot of times. A lot of times.
A lot of times. So thank you so much. Peace and love.
Happy Halloween.